I believe salespeople are athletes and should be coached like athletes, not managed like employees. And since Kobe Bryant is one of the best athletes of all times, I want Kobe Bryant to become my personal sales coach. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 14 disciplines that I've learned from Kobe Bryant and how I personally apply them to becoming the best sales athlete I can be for myself, my company, and my clients. All right, number one.
You want first place, come play with me. You want second place, go somewhere else.
All right, two things I learned from Kobe with this. Number one, the best salespeople are very specific and direct with their language patterns. See, great salespeople work hard to remove any ambiguity in what they're requesting the prospect in front of them to do. This is because they don't want the prospect to use any internal resources on interpreting, but instead want all the energy to be used on making the decision to buy or not to buy. And number two, great salespeople are clear on what the prospect is losing if they choose the competition. Number two,
I would watch Magic play. I'd watch Michael play. And I would see them do these unbelievable things. And I'd say, you know, can I get to that level? I don't know, but let's find out.
when I first started selling homes, I found the #1 salesperson in the Dallas division and spent my days off shadowing him. I knew the best way to earn $300,000 per year that he was earning was to mimic him. So I did, and I did. And number 3.
Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft.
So when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you become better at your craft. As a salesperson, you have an advantage over other careers because some form of persuasion or influence is happening 24/7. A parent persuading a child, a manager coaching an employee, an advertisement on Facebook, or getting upsold to get fries with that. So take advantage of the hundreds of opportunities you have every single day to learn how to be more persuasive. All right, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jason Forrest, CEO of FPG.com, where we recruit, train, and provide fractional sales leadership for companies that want to be revered for having the best sales experience in their industry. All right, and now number 4.
At practice or when I'm training or during games, I switch my mind to something else. I switch my mode into something else, right? For me, it's the equivalent of Maximus Decimus Meridius in Gladiator picking up the dirt. Smelling the dirt, it's go time, right? So that was my mental switch. It was like an actor getting ready for a film. You got to put yourself in that cage.
This is a great practice for sales warriors to adopt. For Kobe, his identity was the black Mamba. For me, I step in the identity of Spartacus when I'm selling because Spartacus was a leader, protector, and servant for the people, and that's exactly the sales warrior I want to embody. Number 5.
When you're in that cage, you are that character. And then when you leave there, it's something completely different. But when I'm in that cage, bro, don't touch me, don't talk to me, leave me alone.
Great salespeople change their identity when they're selling so they can be the best version of themselves. There's a practice that I do from NLP called Circle of Excellence, where I visualize all the traits that I want to embody, such as courage and boldness, truth, curiosity, in a circle in front of me. And then I step into that circle while remembering a time where I was those traits. This is a simple yet effective practice that anyone can adopt right now to become a better version of themselves. Number 6.
You know, like for me, it's not, you kind of got to get over yourself. It's not about you, man. Like, okay, you feel embarrassed. You're not that important. Like, get over yourself.
Yeah, that's where you go.
Get over yourself, right? Like you're worried about how people may perceive you and like you're walking around and it's embarrassing because you shot 5 air balls. Get over yourself. Right? And then after that, it's okay, well, why did those air balls happen?
This is a great practice I need to remind myself often. The more I try to separate myself from the other salespeople out there, the more I am trying things that feel embarrassing. But I remind myself that it's not about me. It's about the prospect in front of me that is trying to solve a problem and improve their life. And I have a solution that can achieve that. The more I focus on that, then the more I don't worry about being embarrassed. Number 7.
So I look at it with rationale and say, okay, well, the reason why I shot air balls is because my legs aren't there. I go, well, next year they'll be there.
Kobe is speaking truth here. It's so crucial to be honest with myself. I always tell my kids that they are the problem and they're also the solution. See, the faster I can get to this place of honesty, then the faster I can get myself out of the sales stopping moment that I'm in. Is my prospect not buying because I'm not asking the right questions to understand the real problem? Or is it because I'm not making it easy for them to make decisions? Or is it because I'm not making my prospect feel wanted? There's always a reason I'm not closing a sale, and it's never something that's out of my control. Number 8.
I went to Goat Mountain and I talked to Magic, Michael, Bird, Keem Olajuwon, Jerry West, Oscar Robinson, Bill Russell. So I would talk to them. What did you do? What were your experiences? Michael in particular, he's become my big brother. He's been my big brother since I first came in the league. And what was that process like? So I went to them and started understanding the ins and outs of the game and how they approach things and their level of detail and obsessiveness.
This is exactly what I did to learn sales. Being a trainer, being a professional speaker, I've always been obsessed with who is the best person in the area that I suck at the most. And then I find that person, study them, and in a lot of cases, pay them to coach me. Number 9.
The players that had that passion but weren't willing to commit their entire lives to doing that, right? It's a choice.
This is a hard one for salespeople to decide to do. See, a lot of sales jobs advertise flexible hours, work around your life schedules. The problem with this message is this is a lie. To make a ton of money in sales, the profession of sales must be your life. If you want flexible hours, then you will have inconsistent income. So decide if you want to work like no one else today so that you can retire like no one else tomorrow. Number 10.
If I'm buddies with you from high school, if I'm a cousin of yours, what happened to our relationship? How did that gravitate when you went into the league and you're determined to become the greatest, or you're determined to become one of the greatest? What happens to our relationship?
Oh, it suffers.
It does suffer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you understood that. You were okay with that.
Well, yeah. And the people that love you, like friends and family, like they know that about you.
Got it.
So they let you be you. And when you reconvene, you pick back up where you left off. Mm-hmm. But make no mistake about it, everything in between is lost.
This one is probably the most polarizing because deep down inside, the sales warrior knows this to be true, but refuses to accept it to be true. See, my parents and sister, they didn't understand why I would miss so many Thanksgivings and family trips. For me, the answer was easy. My competition was on vacation, so all their prospects were mine. Number 11.
I see a lot of players take vacations with other players that are close friends. And we'll just take vacations just to take vacations, or just hang out just to hang out. Like I never did that.
Why not though? Why didn't you do that?
Well, because when I retire, I didn't want to have to say, I wish I would have done more. I don't want that.
This applies to not just vacations, but to every interaction I have with my prospects. See, my goal is to be exhausted after every sales conversation because the probability is high that I will never speak to them ever again. I want to always die a sales death with honor, knowing that I have nothing left to say or do to convince them to make a decision to improve their life. Number 12.
You got a lot of people paying their hard-earned money to come watch you perform. Perform. It's your job to be in shape. It's your job to be strong enough to perform at that level every single night.
Sales is the toughest of the performance arts. See, every day the crowd is coming to watch you perform for free. And at the end, you tell them what your performance was worth. And if they agree, they pay you. And if they don't, they walk out and never return. So you must be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically in shape because you and your prospects deserve the best version of you. Number 13. As a business owner, Kobe took the same level of obsessiveness into his company. Check out Kobe's philosophy about taking on projects.
If we have a project and you're saying, okay, I can do that, that's not the project we want. The projects that say, I don't know if I can animate that. I don't know how to write that story. I don't know how to do that. Those are the things we want, because through that curiosity, you'll reach a level that you didn't think was possible.
I love this mindset for me as a sales warrior. I don't want to get excited about the market sales, which are the sales that marketing or the economy sells for me. I want to get excited about the warrior sales, which are the sales that I'm not sure how I'm going to close. It's the sale that requires conflict and compromise and challenging perspective. See, if I can close the warrior sales, then nothing can ever stop me. And number 14, check out what Kobe says when he tore his Achilles.
This is another obstacle. This obstacle cannot define me. It's not going to cripple me. It's not going to be responsible for me stepping away for the game that I love. I'm going to step away on my own terms. And that's when the decision was made that, you know what, I'm doing it.
The Achilles of a salesperson could be the competition lowering their price, or the economy becoming uncertain, or marketing is driving less prospects, or interest rates all of a sudden became higher. There are so many Achilles circumstances that take out salespeople every day. But the sales warrior knows what takes out the competition is always a competitive advantage for the sales warrior. All right, sales warriors, there you have 14 disciplines that Kobe Bryant taught me to be a better version of myself. See, every single one of those disciplines can easily make you rich, but all of them combined will make you a fortune in sales. Until next time, this is Jason Forrest. Push yourself to become a better version of you.